The most productive thing you can do as an entrepreneur mom is stop trying to be productive in the way that everyone else tells you to. I know that sounds sacrilegious to the high performance crowd, but stick with me because what I'm about to reveal will transform how you approach your business and your life. For us moms, what actually matters isn't just keeping the house tidy or the kids fed and clothed, all very important. But even deeper than that, what matters most for us is bonding with our babies, our kids, our teens, and bonding with ourselves, our values, our rhythm, our joy, our fulfillment in life. When we deny this truth, here's what happens. We lose sight of why any of it matters as we get caught up trying to keep up with how fast everyone else is going. Let's change the narrative. Let's redefine productivity and high performance for an entrepreneur mom. Not because you can't handle more, but because you deserve better. What other productivity courses are missing is the fact that women are sensitive, cyclical beings, meaning more than any other species, men included, there's a rhythm that repeats daily, monthly, by season, by phase of life, you name it, for us women. We're sensitive to it all. And not just for ourselves, but in service of those we care for. That feminine nature is the impulse behind our behavior. When you resist this natural cyclical rhythm by trying to follow toxic bro to bro productivity advice, you create the exact overwhelm that blocks the flourishing life you're trying to build. Consider a day in the life of a typical work from home entrepreneur mom. She's making headway in her day. She's trying to do the work that inspires her, but feeling lost, like there's not enough time to do what she needs or wants to do. The housework takes away from her heart work takes away from her housework, so not much is getting done efficiently. She's scrambling to make dinner while still stressed from the workday that came to an abrupt halt once the kids came home. And if the kids were home sick, her routine goes out the window. So she's dissatisfied with her progress in her business, her career, and therefore struggling financially and emotionally. This overall feeling of lack impacts her more negatively than she realizes, keeping her stuck in a rut. The overwhelm she feels on a daily basis is a sign that her energy is repelling the opportunities, the support, the execution that would actually bring her the desires of her heart. Why did she agree to this? To chase her dreams in the first place. What does it matter if nothing she does works? Hi, I'm Yvette the Declutterist, your less is more coach and business mentor. I've been an online content creator running a successful business for over 10 years and helping thousands of other entrepreneurs just like you do the same. And now as a mom, I'm still going strong and I want you to know that you can do it too. And in this video, we're unpacking all that's wrong with the modern productivity advice out there. Research shows that moms who become entrepreneurs are driven by 3 objectives. First, flexibility. We want to build something around our kids' lives, school schedules, sick days, so we can be present for their cognitive and emotional development without the stress or guilt of a rigid calendar. Second, work from home conveniences, be it a lack of support in the workplace, gender discrimination, or complete misalignment with a corporate culture that doesn't value our priorities as a mother, we choose non-traditional employment. Third, economic necessity. For some of us, entrepreneurship isn't a choice, it's survival. It's the way to provide income while being there for our family's needs. The thing is we go after these goals by following systems that were created for everyone else but a mother, pigeonholing us into yet another inflexible job. Here's what the productivity gurus aren't telling us. Your thoughts determine your success more than your actions ever will. So creating a workflow that leaves space for mindset and energy management is key for a mom. Why? Well, a little bit of science. By making sure you're working on something that feeds your soul, something aligned with mission and vision, means you're working on something you want to do. This means the brain releases serotonin, which creates the feeling of satisfaction and well-being, and dopamine, which signals reward and pleasure. These two neurotransmitters positively affect your mood and therefore your incentive to physically keep going. When you're working on something you feel like you have to do, those two neurotransmitters make themselves scarce. Checking boxes off a to-do list isn't really as fun as you say it is. You might get a temporary dopamine hit by completing tasks, but it's not sustainable. It's like sugar versus protein. One gives you a quick spike and then a crash. The other gives you lasting fuel and energy. So that's the brain and body part of the equation. What about the non-physical part of productivity, where it all originates? Our thoughts. This is the work that not enough people are talking about because not enough people understand it. The inner work that creates the outer results. Most people think that the intangible stuff like mindset doesn't work because it's too hard to quantify. So work harder, create more content, be more social, send more emails, and make more calls instead. Forget about the fact that underneath all that busy work is our deepest fears, our darkest insecurities, and our scariest threats. No wonder you're miserable. The wheel of productivity is mindset, energy, and habit. In other words, thought leads to expression or repression of behavior. And that particular behavior repeated over time leads to habit. Are your habits serving you or not? You can't undo a bad habit without uncovering the thoughts that created it. 9 out of 10 of which are probably not even yours. It's what you've been fed along the way. And for that, I'm sorry. But today is a new day. Time to reimagine how productivity gets to feel, which ultimately depends on what's driving you. So what's driving you? Is it to wake up happy? To live on purpose? To express who you are fully and confidently? Maybe it's some version of that. And okay, you have your drive, your focus, and your goals clear in your mind. You know what you want. How you move from that place of clarity is called meaningful productivity, because you're not going to waste time doing what doesn't matter when you know what does. Taking action now feels freeing and empowering. When you're aligned with what you truly want, when you're moving from your own inner knowing rather than external pressure or some random system created for someone other than you, magic happens. You're magnetic to leads, to cells, to growth. You can see why taking time to get clear on what you're thinking and directing those thoughts to aligned energy and behavior will create the abundance you're after. For example, I don't know what I want. I don't have what I want. I don't have what I want. I want that, but I don't have it yet. I probably won't ever get it because who am I to get it? And I want that, but I don't have it yet. I don't know what I want. See how that feels in your body? Now see how this feels in your body. I know what I want is coming. I can feel it moving toward me. I'm open to receiving it in ways that will surprise me. I trust the timing. I'm excited about the unfolding. I can't wait. It's going to be great. Feel that? The tension loosens, the chest opens, your breathing deepens, a smile forms. You're literally expanding, making room for possibility. This is vibration. This is the glow up you've been waiting for. This is what creates the energetic frequency for opportunities and provision and cooperation to flow toward you instead of you pushing it away. Spend time doing this work too. Because focusing on what is wanted and focusing on what is not wanted both draw that exact thing closer to you. That same intelligence that grows a baby in your womb, that beats your heart without conscious effort, that brings breath in and out of your lungs, that coordinates the seasons and the tides, that same intelligence is orchestrating the fulfillment of your dreams. As long as you stay clear on them and you don't wish them away with thoughts of worry and fear and lack, a scarcity mindset. When you're in that expectant, allowing state, you're literally creating the conditions for what you want to manifest. You're not desperately grasping or forcing, you're attracting. You're tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, as Abraham Hicks would say. At first, it might feel disproportionate. The time you spend nurturing an abundant mindset versus a scarcity mindset, but that's exactly what's been missing from your productive lifestyle to get you where you want to go. Productive doesn't have to mean exhausted. Productive gets to mean easy, organized, peaceful. Ease is on the same wavelength as abundance. You've probably heard of Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time available for its completion. For example, give yourself a week to write a simple blog post and somehow it takes the entire week. when you could have realistically done it in a few hours. When you simplify your workload and you lighten your mental load and you open yourself up to receive what you ask for, you become more productive in less time, focused on the exact things that need to get done without distractions throwing you off course. The best kind of productive, the most fruitful kind of productive, the most sustainable kind of productive. If you trust in the process, it creates space and freedom in how you spend your time and energy. Imagine this as a mom. Transitioning from mom to entrepreneur, back to mom, then entrepreneur, now is easy and crystal clear as to what is needed from you so that you can give it without second guessing. No resentment, no short tempers, no anger, no yelling, no screaming, just presence and connection and doing what you can in the time you have and being grateful for it all. I did this little thought experiment for 30 days and the relationship with my kids improved. I became more patient, more present, and the outcomes and the revenue in my business skyrocketed like overnight. At least it felt that way. So it works. Your productive mindset shift. Here's what I want you to take away. The feeling of lack and limitation and shortage of time leads to focusing on overload and overwhelm, which leads to being overcommitted, overstimulated, and over it. And that puts out a vibration that does not align with abundance and freedom. So tell a different story. Make sure God, the divine universe, knows exactly what you want because it plays on repeat in your head. Nothing else to confuse, only to confirm. Try this thought experiment for a week. Instead of complaining about how much you have to do in such little time, start to rephrase the comment as, you've got plenty of time to do exactly what needs to be done, and it will get done in perfect timing for the good of all who it touches. Soon you'll start to believe it, and then you'll start to see it. Stop wishing you handled your day differently and start handling it differently. Implement this vibrational work into your productive day for better feeling thoughts, better feeling habits. Start with how you want to feel and take action from there. Need help with this? Download the Own Your Day Toolkit using the link in the description box below. Design your life, build your business, enjoy motherhood, one simple thought at a time. And if you would, before you go, please like and subscribe so this message reaches more moms pursuing their dreams. And let me know in the comments, what's productivity mean to you? Till the next one, peace.